Made in Hollywood.
The drama series Lady in the Lake, starring Natalie Portman, is made in Hollywood.
It was exciting to have that kind of exploration, and it was very different because I've never done a series before.
Made in Hollywood.
Also on today's show, Rashida Jones teams up with a domestic robot in the comedic drama series Sunny.
It's a gift from her husband, and so that begins this sort of mystery about who her husband really was, because she didn't even know he worked with robots.
Plus, we look at the action drama series Those About to Die with director Roland Emmerich. Haley Bennett revolutionizes the champagne industry in the drama Widow Clicquot, and based on the popular card game, the animated series Exploding Kittens examines the eternal conflict between good and evil. This week on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Now available on your home screen. Natalie Portman becomes obsessed with unraveling the mysterious circumstances surrounding a young black mother's death in the thrilling noir series Lady in the Lake.
I saw you once, Maddie Schwartz. Alive. I was Cleo Johnson, but in my death, I became the lady in the lake.
I read the book and I was just, taken by it. I fell in love with these two women.
She's someone who's like bottled up her personality for so long that it kind of explodes. It was exciting to have that kind of exploration, and it was very different because I've never done a series before. I can't just be someone's wife.
You never wanted to do anything else.
I never tried to do anything else. Did you ever wonder why?
The massive part of it was when Alma was like, your mother is going to be played by Natalie Portman. She honestly exceeded expectations as an actress and as a human being.
My wife is a lot of things. There's one thing that she's not. That's foolish.
I kind of liken it to like making an all-star team for the first time. And in the same locker room, you got the 7-time all-star champion that you've been looking up to for your entire life. It makes you better, and I'm picturing myself still because she's just phenomenal, as we all know.
As an actor, you take pieces from, different actors, and even, being across from Natalie Portman as well. It's like I've taken stuff from Natalie, and I took stuff from Wood.
Natalie is just like watching a master class every day.
This is not your high school newspaper, Natty. People's lives are at stake.
It was all tied into the 60s, and especially 1966 and 1967, pivotal years in America.
Women in the 60s, they couldn't even have credit cards without a man attached. Things like that make it very hard to get a leg up on your own. And I think that's where these two women meet. Dreams push you down till you drown.
This was somebody that Natalie and me fell in love with. It was a dream come true to have her bring what only she can bring.
That was amazing to work with such a up-and-coming star, being able to, dance with her.
You wanted to tell everyone's story,
Unbearable sorrow.
but your own.
Alma is extraordinary. I was in awe of her every day. She comes with full energy, full positivity, full creativity, and then managed to do that every day for months and months and months and months.
She just made it a playground, really. We just had this dreamscape scenario where we could just, be our best selves, and that's what you wish for as an actor.
I know that I'm safe with her around, and she's got my best interests at heart.
She would leave the end of takes open that we could just keep improvising back and forth, and there were some treasures that came out of that, and really beautiful moments that she just allowed us to have. You have to have some breathing room to find those things.
Every time someone turns up dead in that lake, it does seem to lead to you.
The unreachable star.
Now available on your home screen. Rashida Jones stars as an American living in Japan who teams up with a domestic robot to uncover the truth behind her husband's mysterious death in the comedic drama series Sunny.
family was in a plane crash. Things have been, weird. You meet Susie and she's just experienced unimaginable loss. Her family's missing. And then she's not the kind of person who is likely to reach out for help. And so she gets this robot, which she does not like. And she's not really interested in having in her home, and she tries very hard to get rid of it. But it's a gift from her husband. And so that begins this sort of mystery about who her husband really was, because she didn't even know he worked with robots.
I have a gift.
Hajimemashite, Susie-san. I'm Sunny. Bring it in.
Okay. Robots can be of great comfort.
I don't want a robot. I hate robots.
Sunny was created by your husband.
To not know what he did for a living and what he did every day, and also for him to have spent all this time creating this thing that she now lives with, I think is really kind of catches her off guard. It sends her on this sort of like new adventure to figure out everything while she's also just processing the fact that her life is completely upended.
Maybe I could help figure this out. Did you really know my husband? I don't know.
She was pretty practical, not all the way practical, but Joanna Sotomura, who's the actor who played her voice, she was like just a little bit offset, and her expressions would be transferred via camera on a helmet to Sunny's face simultaneously, and then her voice would be like piped in to the set. So I got to act with Joanna the whole time, which was great.
They want something from you.
私はあの人の仕事を尊敬してたから。
I loved the premise. I loved the whole world that was already constructed when I read the scripts, and I just felt wholly new to me, and kind of nothing I've really been given the opportunity to do before.
そんなにボットを愛してるとはね。
Coming up, we sit down with director Roland Emmerich for the action drama series, Those About to Die. To find out where to watch any movie, check out MoviePhone.com. Find it, watch it.
It's this wild mix of characters and ethnicities, and that's like always cool for a director.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Now available on your home screen. Director Roland Emmerich explores the corrupt world of gladiatorial entertainment in the epic drama series Those About to Die, featuring Anthony Hopkins.
Life is of little value in Rome, living in the shadow of the rich and powerful. But all of this is about to change.
I always had this idea to kind of make a TV show about, the whole Roman Empire, but concentrated on Rome.
Our enemies in Rome are dangerous.
He's a very bitter, sort of twisted individual who is obsessed with power, obsessed with control, and obsessed with the fact that the big obstacle in his life is his brother.
I think with any character, particularly a historical character, it's very important to understand the landscape of the story you're telling.
I will be master of these games. I know what they crave, and I can devise entertainment that will feed that craving.
We had luckily a volume stage. Now, a volume stage, we tried to film out in Unreal Engine a background, and that was the only kind of thing what we had.
Working with a director as Roland Emmerich, who's, done Godzilla and done all these kind of massive impactful films. As long as I play my part, it will all come together and get the final product.
He's not going to be happy until he's happy with the shot. So, nothing's creeping in through the net just because there's no time or whatever. His attention to detail is absolutely phenomenal. Anything can happen. Even plebeians like us might rule this city.
Roland shows up for work. He's not there to mess about at all. Every single camera setup that he's got planned for that day, he's gonna get it.
His reputation speaks for itself. He's a colossus in the film world, and how he can bring that into a TV show is fascinating.
On set, he is demanding and he knows what he wants, but equally, a really tender, caring, kind of quite childlike at times, and just very sweet.
He's a pure artist, so he has, you know, just this instinctiveness and this perfectionism.
To see him, how he has imagined everything, settled everything for us to deliver the performance, but also is so accurate on details. Everything is on the details.
He doesn't give many notes. He kind of trusts you as an actor. He trusts that you've done the work and he's chosen you for that reason, and he wants you because he knows that you're just going to get on with it.
Kill or be killed.
It's this wild mix of characters and ethnicities, and that's like always cool for a director.
Let the games begin!
To find out where to watch any movie, check out Moviephone.com. Find it, watch it. Up next, Haley Bennett revolutionizes the champagne industry in the drama Widow Clicquot, and the animated series Exploding Kittens examines the eternal conflict between good and evil.
I think it's important to tell stories about ambitious, successful women who dream big and do everything it takes to achieve their goals.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
Based on a true story, Haley Bennett stars as a pioneering young woman who, against all odds, revolutionizes the champagne industry in the drama Widow Clicquot.
Francois willed the vines to me because he knew I would never sell. I will be continuing to care for them myself.
Wine is a very difficult vocation, my dear. You underestimate what it will require of you.
I know what it requires. I've been in the fields for years.
You have one chance. One.
Well, I read the book first, and then I go, oh my gosh, how have I never heard about this? Thought to myself, who has the rights to this incredible story? And that led me to Christina.
These fields do not need replanting or starting over again.
I disagree. They need to struggle to survive.
So I read Tilar's bestseller close to 14 years ago. So as with all good things, they take some time to ripen. And then I get this phone call from Haley, and I had decided to reshift and change things and get a woman screenwriter to readapt the script. And so we had the first draft of the screenplay from Erin Dignam. I really liked it, and I get this call from Haley, who says she loved the book, and how could she be involved? And the more we discussed and the more I heard what resonated for Haley, the more I decided this is who I want to partner with, and let's see how we can bring this film to the screen.
We lose these first shoots to frost. We lose the harvest.
No one can fall asleep.
A woman is not capable of running this vineyard.
When I have proceeds, I will send them to you.
It's an incredible story of determination, resilience, against all the odds. You know, she comes through incredible difficulty, war. She almost loses the business a number of times, but she just has this kind of gutsy approach to what she's doing and a self-belief, which I think at this moment for some reason resonates with audiences and is a surprise.
The woman is forbidden to run a business under the law. Her vineyard should be placed in the hands of an experienced executor.
Was this the plan all along?
No, madame. It never occurred to them you would succeed.
She is a beacon of light, and I wanted to carry that torch forward, and I want to pass that torch on to my daughter. I think it's important to tell stories about ambitious, successful women who dream big and do everything it takes to achieve their goals.
It is so that we might uncover the secrets of ourselves. And that with any luck, 100 years from now, someone will know that we were here.
Now available on your home screen. Based on the popular card game, the animated comedy series Exploding Kittens brings the eternal conflict of God and the devil to new heights after they are condemned into the bodies of chunky house cats.
God. You need to be rehabilitated.
Oh. Go down, connect with humans, and then you can come back.
You'll live as one of them. Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of? What the
No kittens were harmed in the making of this animation, I'd like to say. But how do you sum it up?
It's based on a card game, Exploding Kittens, and it's about God.
Yes.
Who is doing not a great job of being godly in heaven, gets sent to Earth, turned into a cat to rehabilitate.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the devil, same thing. Not a great devil, not very evil, kind of like slipping on the job. Also gets sent to Earth, turned into a cat to learn how to be evil.
Who? Me? Beelzebub? Lady of Darkness, whose mission on Earth is to torture you?
And there's a holy war happening while also a family drama happening, and hilarity ensues.
Behold, I am God.
Jesus Christ!
They sent me the scripts, and I just thought, right, this is a lot of fun and very different to the thing that I'd just done. So it was a bit of a no-brainer, really.
I'm only here as a PR ploy to make it look like I give a dump about you people. Also, this is super satisfying.
This devil, this version of the devil, she's not very tough. So, like, it's okay if she sounds like a little valley girl or frilly or whatever. And yeah, I think there's like extremes to my voice, but it was mostly me.
At first, I was helping humans just to get back up to heaven. But after a while, I actually cared about them. They're my humans, and there's no way I'm letting you corrupt them.
There are times where Matt and Shane, the showrunners, will be there and they don't like a line that they've written, I hasten to add.
Yeah.
And they'll want to just, experiment on the spot with different things. And occasionally during that time, I'd throw things in and, they'd run with that. But again, you don't know what they're going to use until 2 years later when you watch it. So there's that element to it.
Not like this! Not again!
Stay tuned, there's more coming up on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching Made in Hollywood, powered by MoviePhone. For more behind-the-screen content, check out MoviePhone.com.